All right, I have some explaining to do. Do we have water here, is what you're asking. Well, funny you ask. Let me explain a few things. If you look at my past videos, you'll see me week after week saying, today's the day, boys. Today's the day that we have water. And every time I say that, I want you to know with 100% certainty that I 1000% think we do have water. I am 90% sure we will see water up there, and it will be the first time in real time that you will see water. There's like 9 of these shooting off. You can see another one there from the holding tank that goes into all these properties. Haven't even investigated these yet because our priority has been getting the water from a mile up that mountain. 100 years old, buried, galvanized pipe. And so let me give you a little background on our walk up to the holding tank. A very common question is, how do you find properties like that? Well, this one was on Zillow, but I originally found it on a historical Facebook group I follow. And that's how. So I'll get that out of the way. The reason it's been for sale for years, how big of an explanation do you want? The previous owner never wanted it. He repossessed it from someone that he borrowed money to, he lent money to, and he defaulted, and so he had to repossess the property. That owner never wanted it, and he just has it because he had to foreclose on it. Now, the reason it's been for sale for years could be 100 reasons, one of which I discovered and took over 100 hours. I stopped counting over 100 hours. You've seen my previous videos. Endless hours up in that mountain fixing a water line to this water spring, 4 water springs that I have the water rights to. Shoot down that mountain, under the road, over the river, up to this. That was hard to fix. And through all the comments I've ignored, blow air this way, do that, do this, like, we've already done all that. That's why I'm not even responding to those comments. You guys are months behind on everything we've done. So I'll explain how we got it to work later, but that'll just take way too long. So the biggest thing is seeing water right there. This is it. You see water that is coming a mile away. Wow. It's my first time seeing it. Reason we have it connected to a hose is, well, it's a long story, but we got the water to come up like 20 feet short. And so just to get it an extra oomph, we hooked this up weeks ago to just get it just a little bit more. And we don't need that anymore, because since then, last week, we discovered a clog in a pipe, which I had to get a 300-foot long scope to find it. That's all it took. The clog was way up there, just a clog like this. That is what it took to get it that extra 20 feet. So when people were saying, oh man, just a couple leaks here and there, no, every little leak, well, we fixed a ton of little leaks, just like a drop. All of that added up. All of that added up and had to be perfect for it to make it into the tank. This is all gravity. The pump not being used. We'll put this back how it was originally. Fresh mountain water a mile up there. So the next step is to fill this cistern, and I am going to I have to get down there actually, so I'll go down there with you right now, because we have focused so much time on getting water to the property. Can you believe I went under contract on this not knowing the outcome of these issues? This is a huge moment. With that said, we have no idea what happens from here to all the properties. And if you look how thick this is, I was army crawling in this. That's how I know there's a few lines, and this is untouched habitat for decades. Original, like soda, milk, who knows what kind of drinks were up here. I've actually found a ton of cool stuff, but now I have to find out what happens when we send water down there, or what happens in here. I haven't even looked. I've only been in it a couple times. I need to find if there's holes and stuff that go which way. Now, I don't want to get my shoes wet yet, even though they're waterproof, so I'm going to come back tonight. I'll come back. In the meantime, dang it, I got to do it right now because I want to start filling it. And right now I can walk in these and not get wet with how low it is. So, okay, you talked me into it. You can see all of you watching just being like, no, go now, go now, go now. Also, if I fall and get injured, you guys aren't gonna see. My watch can send an emergency, so don't worry. Or that bird can send a memo. All right, so let's discover this together. It's gonna be really hard to hear me because how much it echoes. All right, so let me get a flashlight for you guys. So, the only things I think are certain is I think this goes to the swimming pool, a dedicated line to the swimming pool. The reason I think that is because at the swimming pool, there's a pipe that big dedicated to it. And because of the fact that they were able to fill the swimming pool up in less than 2 hours. So I think with it full, it just guzzled that down to the swimming pool. This guy, I have never noticed that. What are you, my beauty? What in the world are you? Wow. Yeah, so I don't know what that is either. Kinda fun. And then is that another overflow, it looks like. So let's start dabbling, eh? There's obviously a purpose that it was used regularly to have that wire, I guess. So let's go back out, boys. Yeah, they make these. Maybe I'll come back tonight. I'm gonna go putting up some street lights. I'm putting up some street lights, and I want to do that before it gets dark. So priorities, street lights, and then drowned. I'm gonna, while I work on the street lights, I'm gonna fill it. Geez, that pressure is good. I actually never noticed the but I want to out of all the times I've been here. Alright, it's a little premature. The cistern is only like a foot filled right now. No idea what that pipe is. No idea what any of this is, actually. So again, very premature. But I think that... Dude, what the heck is all this? I think that is how you open the water to the pool.